So if you are, so this is going to be, recorded. If you would not like to, if you'd like to just keep your camera off, please do, if you're comfortable with that. And if you're not comfortable with sharing, you certainly do not have to share, or you can maybe just share in the chat if you like. So, but I like to, reach out to people and, have people participate, and I'll have a few questions to kind of ask, and, a little participatory stuff. So if you'd like to, chime in here and there, and of course, asking questions, please do. So anyway, so Happy New Year, everybody. It's good to see everybody here. I'm excited for this new year, starting a new chapter of the Hypnosis Learning Center. Again, for those of you who I have not met yet, my name is Chris Lemig. I am a transpersonal hypnotherapist based here in Seattle. I've been in private practice since 2019. And prior to that, I was actually living in Asia, mostly in India and Nepal, as a Tibetan Buddhist monk, studying, mindfulness and meditation, and, the human suffering condition, and how we can, improve upon that, and learning, various, techniques and practices and skills for working skillfully with our, our emotions, our painful emotions, and learning how to just live a happier, more fulfilling, free life. And I started the Hypnosis Learning Center probably about a year and a half ago now, as kind of an education component of my private practice, which is called True Nature Hypnotherapy, because I just really wanted to just put something out there that, was sharing a little bit of what I know, sharing what other hypnotherapists and NLP practitioners know. I do have guest speakers come on, and they do their own presentations on their own areas of expertise. And I just wanted to create a community of people who are interested in these sorts of things, working with our minds in a skillful way, in a productive way that helps us to work through what we normally might consider to be our problems, and to actually discover that we have tremendous resources and power within ourselves to initiate change in our own lives, so that maybe a lot of the things that we previously, up until now, have considered to be problems and obstacles and stumbling blocks and thoughts that are holding us back, and actually just transforming all of that and creating a shift, so that we're able to just let those go and learn how to kind of dissolve those. And hypnosis and hypnotherapy, NLP, these are wonderful modalities and strategies for doing just that. It's pretty remarkable, actually, just the power of our minds, the power of our subconscious minds, to be able to enact real change in our lives, just not only mental and emotional change, but also in our bodies, in our our spiritual life, in our just our sense of identity and who we are. So I've been doing this for a while. I found that as I came from sort of that world of meditation and working with the mind and Buddhism into hypnosis and hypnotherapy, that I was shocked, actually, to see like how many similarities there were, how much the ancient traditions have been doing this kind of stuff for thousands of years, leveraging the power of our minds for visualizing and using our imaginations, and the power of as you think, so you are, that kind of strategy in life. So that's why I kind of started the Hypnosis Learning Center, to teach more about that, to have a conversation about things like that, and to empower you to be able to use some of these skills and some of these techniques in your own life. So that's a little bit about me. Again, I just want to welcome everybody here. Thank you so much for showing up tonight. I really appreciate it. And tonight's topic is reaching your goals. We're at the first of the year here. Beginning of the year, a lot of us kind of are going through a cycle, maybe of this time of year, doing setting new goals for ourselves for the year, or New Year's resolutions and things like that. And I think that's absolutely great. This is a very natural time of the year to reset. We're resetting a whole year. We're kind of we get a clean slate. It just, psychologically, emotionally, it's a powerful time to be able to say, like, okay, that was last year. That's how I've been doing things up until now. What am I going to do this year? What am I going to accomplish for myself and for others? How am I going to make my life and others' lives better in the coming year? So yeah, so tonight, basically, we're going to talk a little bit about setting goals, the things that get in the way of our goals and achieving our goals, and then actually how we can begin to apply some very simple techniques and strategies to be able to make reaching our goals that much more possible and much more easy. So first of all, I wanted to kind of just get a sense here, and you can just kind of maybe either raise your hand. There's a little raise hand feature, or if you want to jot something in the chat. What is your experience with achieving goals? Like what, how many people here, first of all, just with a yes or no, how many people have had difficulty setting a goal and then following through on it and actually achieving the goal? Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure, for sure. And this is a very, natural thing. I think it's something that many of us, I mean, everybody experiences at some point in our lives. So it's nothing to be sort of, embarrassed or ashamed about. I mean, we set goals and sometimes we reach them, sometimes we don't. But a lot of times, yeah, Lisa, 50-50. Yeah, that's about my experience too, or has been. And it is, it's there's a lot of factors as to why that is the case. Why is it so difficult to attain our goals sometimes? And I just wanted to go over a few things. I don't have anything to share on the screen. So if you want to jot down some notes or something like that, you can. Otherwise, like I say, I am recording this session, and I can send you a copy of it later too. And I'll, have some time at the end to maybe collect your emails if you want to get on the email list, and I'll send a copy of this video out. But there's a few things that get in the way of reaching our goals. Number one is going to be our distractions, right? We set a goal, seems like a really great thing. This is really what we want to do. And it's going to be awesome. It's going to make our lives so much better. Maybe it's a business goal, a professional goal, a relationship goal, a health goal. This is what we want to do. And we start out strong, and maybe we go for 3-4 days, and we follow through on our plans. And then we slip on the ice and, mess up our ankle or whatever, or we get the flu, a couple days in, and or something comes up that takes away our momentum, right? Something comes up that sort of interrupts the pattern that we've been trying to set a new pattern, and something comes up to distract us from that. There's also just the distractions of everyday life, kind of getting a little bit maybe bored with the goal that we've set, and then finding ourselves being distracted by, like, oh, well, maybe I could also do this, or this looks more interesting, or I really got to, wow, that new show is going to be so amazing on Netflix. Got to see it, got to see Wheel of Time. Really have to do that because everyone's talking about it, right? Things like that. So those distractions come up for us and take away our focus, we take our focus from our goal, and we put it on this new thing. So that's something that definitely gets in the way of reaching our goals. Another big one that I think that is something that's really a powerful thing to learn to recognize and to appreciate is that sometimes there's inner conflict about our goals. So we may set a goal, like, and let's just take a basic example of just eating healthier for the new year, or exercising more, something that a lot of people do this time of year. So it's super positive, right? Eating healthy, exercising more, just being more active, taking care of our bodies. Great, awesome, should be easy, right? Because it's such a powerful thing. It's such a positive thing. It seems like it's a no-brainer. Well, we have to consider that as much as there's a part of us that wants to achieve that for ourselves, there may also be a part of us that does not want to achieve that, or is afraid of maybe changing the old behaviors of maybe the types of food that we've become accustomed to, or the level of physical activity that we have become comfortable with. And so there winds up being these two parts of us. There's the one part that really wants to change. There's the other part that doesn't want to change, and they're subconsciously butting up against each other. And we're creatures of habit. And, you know, I mean, I'm sorry to say it, but the habitual one, the one that's comfortable, the one that doesn't want to change, that wants to stay the same, is almost always going to win if it's not handled in a way that's transformative, right? So that inner conflict can cause us to lose steam. You know, it can cause us to break down, go back to the old way, you know, the old habits, the old you know, just ways of doing things. Another thing that can prevent us from achieving our goals, reaching our goals, is that the goal from the beginning wasn't really that compelling. You know, maybe we thought that it was a good idea, but at the end of the day, we're like, you know what, actually, I really don't want to do that. That's not really what I wanted to do. And then we then we stop working towards the goal, and then we start to feel bad about ourselves because we're not, you know, we drop the ball and we're not doing it. And we feel terrible about ourselves. And then when we think about setting goals for something else in the future, we might even have a bad taste in our mouth from that. So we want to make sure that the goal is compelling. Another thing is any sort of should goals. Shoulding on ourselves is a phrase I've been hearing a lot lately. You know, like I should do this. I should have this as a goal. I should get in better shape. I should, you know, set, you know, some professional goals for myself. You know, I should, you know, set a goal of, you know, owning a house by the time I'm such and such an age, or, you know, whatever it is. You know, we have to examine, again, this is kind of ties in with, is the goal compelling? Is it personal? Is it truly coming from our true wishes, our true needs, you know, our true integrity? If it's not, if it's something that's coming from an expectation that's outside of us, then again, we're going to have this inner conflict, because there's going to be a part of us that is like, you know what, that's not really what I want to do. You know, I don't really want to do that. So we're going to lose steam again, and we're going to fall off the train there, which is totally fine. You know, as long as we recognize that, oh, you know, this actually isn't really my goal. This was my parents' goal, or this is something that, you know, that society wants for me or expects of me, but it's not really what I want. So recognizing that, and then shifting and changing your goals to be something that you want, something that's going to truly be, you know, heart resonating for you, is where the direction we want to go. So a few tips for actually setting our goals here. So the first thing we want to do is we want to make sure that we set a concrete goal. So keeping things as specific as possible. You know, making sure that we're not being too general. So, you know, so for example, if we say, I want to be healthier in 2022, that's nice. It sounds good, right? But it lacks concreteness. It lacks it's not really a goal. It's just sort of a general kind of sense of a direction. And what we want to do is we want to make that goal a little bit more concrete, a little more specific. We also want to make sure that our goals are stated, and that we're thinking about them in positive terms. So for example, I have a lot of people that come to work with me in private sessions who are trying to change things. And I will ask them in the beginning, and we work through this in the whole beginning of the process, looking at, what is your goals? What do you want to achieve, you know, at the end of our time working together? And a lot of times people will frame things in the negative. Well, I want less stress. I want less anxiety. I want less conflict in my relationships. I want to remove this thing from my life. I don't want this. I don't want that. And the problem with that, unfortunately, is that, you know, that's fine. That's a good place to start out, but it doesn't give us something to work towards. When we're working towards something positive, we can find a lot more motivation than if we're simply wanting to just get rid of something. And there's some, some subconscious reasons for that. And we can talk a little bit about that later. But yeah, just making sure that the goal is positive, stated in positive terms. We want to also state our goal as something that's going to be in like present tense. So when we're thinking about it, we're thinking about it as if it's happening now. And then on top of that, it's actually really good also to think about goals in terms of looking at them as a process. So not just something that you attain and then you're done and then you're finished, but a process that's ongoing and continues. So for example, with getting back to the eating healthy and being healthier, we could be specific and concrete and say, this year I'm going to, lose X number of pounds. I'm going to do that by changing my diet and doing this kind of exercise. And more as the year progresses, I'm going to just continue to get into better and better shape. So, so thinking about things in terms of a process makes it much more attainable, right? We don't have to, we can wake up every day and say like, oh, how am I doing on working towards my goal? Am I moving in the right direction? Am I, making this effort to exercise more, to be more physical, to take care of my body more? Am I improving a little bit day by day? Even little bit incremental improvements, you can say to yourself, yeah, I'm achieving my goal. It's a process. It's something that's ongoing. Another thing that's really can be helpful, powerful is some kind of a vision board. So somewhere where you're putting your goal in a visual form, whether it's on a cork board or a dry erase board, or some pictures that you pull off the internet, or just simply writing it down on some sort of on a piece of paper and putting it somewhere that you're going to see it on a daily basis. Having some sort of visual cue, reminding yourself that, hey, this is my goal. This is what I'm working for. I do goals every year for my my business, my practice, and I write them down on a piece of paper, and I take that piece of paper and I stick it right above my desk in my office, and every day I'm looking at it, and so I'm reminding myself of like, oh, these are my goals. This is what I want to do, and if I'm ever staring about and just feeling unmotivated or not sure what to do next, I can just look up at my goal list and say, well, what could I work on right now? What can I be doing to attain that? So so putting something in a place where you can see it every day. And then another thing, and this one can be a little bit challenging for some of us, because it means we have to be a little bit vulnerable, and we have to accept the possibility of accountability. And yeah, Mary says here, you've got to have passion related to your goals. Absolutely. But yeah, so accountability is important. So announcing your goals to someone that you trust, someone that's going to respect you, someone that's going to care for your your well-being, is going to encourage you, someone that you feel safe and comfortable with. But announcing your goals, making it kind of public, can help us, to inspire us to keep going. And those times when maybe it's becoming a little bit difficult, or maybe it's getting a little frustrating, or maybe it's becoming, like I say, harder than we thought, we can have that accountability. We can have that support from others. So those are just a few little tips here. And again, I'll have a recording of this if you want to later on drop in the chat in a private message to me if you want your email, and get on my email list. I will send you a copy of the recording tomorrow if you didn't take notes for all that stuff. Does anybody have any questions or comments, or want to share any of their experience with any of that? Does any of that resonate with you, or does any of it not resonate with you, or is anything that's you find that is helpful to help you in achieving your goals? And Rohit is asking, is there any good tool or app to track your goals? That's a goal of mine to find better systems better systems for creating, some sort of visual representation of my goals, and, collecting that data of, am I achieving what I want to achieve? And am I moving in the right direction here? So I don't actually know of any tools or apps right now, but it's definitely something that, I want to look into myself too. All right. Anybody have any other questions so far? Okay, cool. So what I'd like to do at this point is let's just take a couple of minutes to maybe jot down a goal, right? Using some of these principles here. So using some of these principles of making something concrete and specific, something positive, something that's a process. And so those three basic things, something that you would like to accomplish this year. And we're going to actually incorporate that into the guided hypnosis session that we're going to do here in a moment. So just come up with some kind of goal that you want to you'd like to achieve this year, or it doesn't even have to be something you just achieve in a year. It could be something even more long-term than that. Could be moving towards getting a degree, or home ownership, or moving to another country, or changing careers. Things that might take longer than a year is fine, but just keeping it concrete, specific, stating it in the positive, stating it as a process can be really helpful. So Tarek is saying, if it's important enough of a goal, you will naturally organize yourself without even trying. So why overthink it? Absolutely. That's a great point, and that kind of goes into picking goals that do resonate for us. And when we choose a goal that is truly what we want, it's something that we just are naturally attracted to. This can be really a huge motivating factor. We can just kind of, like someone who's like, hey, I want to learn how to play guitar. Well, if you really love music, you really love the idea of playing guitar, you really are just drawn to it and feel connected with it. Yes, it's going to be easy. It's going to be easy to do that. But there are a lot of things that, we do that are, things that we would like to accomplish, but maybe they don't have that huge emotional draw, or maybe, like I say, they've got some of these issues here, like those inner conflicts, those unresolved parts of ourselves that maybe want to do the opposite of our goal, and those parts of ourselves that are maybe thinking we should do this goal, but it's not really something that we're passionate about. So yeah, absolutely. So that definitely goes to the point of, like, choose something that you really want to do, and it'll be much easier. Goal, plans, and strategy, results achieved. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So having a goal is just the first step, right? And then after that, now we have got to have a plan. Now we've got it. And that's something that maybe we'll do in another meetup here, another group. But for right now, just choosing the goal and just choosing the goal and making sure that that you kind of have a clear idea of what it is that you want to do, and then this is going to just be so much easier to attain. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so you don't have to waste your time on things that you don't have a strong enough draw. Absolutely. Cool. So that being said, does anybody need another minute or two to think of a goal that they would like to achieve? No? Okay. Very good. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a little bit of a group hypnosis here. All right. It's really just kind of a guided meditation, and just a little bit about hypnosis. Hypnosis is a very natural state. We kind of have, when we use the word hypnosis, there's a lot of social kind of baggage that goes along with that. And, maybe there's some things that we've heard from movies and, TV and books and things like that. But hypnosis is very natural. It's a natural state that we all experience all the time. And actually, there's a school of thought, and I'm part of this school of thought, that we're actually in some sort of hypnotic trance all the time. we're in some form of trance, and we're just moving through different trances throughout our day. We have the trance of, waking up in the morning and going through our morning routines. We have the trance of driving. We have a trance of watching a good movie and getting absorbed in the story and the characters and really just engaging in the plot, just, the suspension of disbelief, so that we're crying when there's sad parts, and we're excited when there's exciting parts, things like that. We get into work trances. We have certain tasks that we accomplish at work, and we get into a trance, and we just simply go with our subconscious, learning that we've learned how to do this task, learned how to do this thing, whatever it is, and then we're just able to kind of flow into that. So, hypnosis is, like I say, it's a natural state. These trance states, we're going in and out of them throughout our day. So the specific type of hypnotic trance that I work with people is a trance that allows people to enter into an enhanced state of learning, healing, and growth. And it's just simply characterized by, just getting into a place where we can just let things drop. We can focus our attention, focus our awareness, and just let things be a little bit more open and spacious and flexible. Okay. And how many people have experience with hypnosis? And is there any? Yeah, great. Does anybody not? It doesn't really matter, but just out of curiosity. Yeah. So and Leah, no, that's fine, totally fine. Mary Ellen, not really. That's fine too. Again, like I'm saying, hypnosis is again, it's a natural state. We all experience it actually twice a day for sure. And that's that period in between when we're falling asleep at night. So just in between being awake and being asleep, that's that sort of that open, spacious state where we're still conscious, we're still aware, but our minds are a little bit more open, a little more flexible. Also in the morning, as we're waking up in the morning, it's that time before, just as we're coming out of sleep into wakefulness, that little gap in between there where we're, not quite awake yet, but we're not asleep, and we're still conscious, we're still aware. But again, there's this openness, this spaciousness, this sort of flexibility in our consciousness. So as far as what to expect in all of this, just kind of go with the flow here. Just listen to the sound of my voice, follow the basic instructions that I'm going to give, which are going to be really benign and very, they're going to be very easy to follow. Just basically just noticing different parts of your body, just noticing your breathing, just kind of getting in touch with what's happening now in the present moment. And then we're going to go through kind of this guided visualization of what it's going to be like. We're going to keep our goal in mind, and we're going to, just kind of walk ourselves through the process of achieving that goal, okay, and creating that emotional experience of what that is going to be like as we're going through that process, okay. So that being said, let's just dive right in. Let's just do it here. We've got about a half an hour here, so that's plenty of time. And so just want to let everyone know, if you are juggling chainsaws or fire breathing or driving or anything like that, please do stop doing that for now. And just make sure that you're in a comfortable, safe place. Okay. It can be sitting, it can be in an easy chair, it can be on a couch, it can be laying down, doesn't really matter, wherever you're comfortable. And when you're ready, it's very simple. Just go ahead and take a nice deep breath, and on the exhale, if you haven't already, just let your eyes close down. That's right. And just begin to bring your attention, your awareness to your eyes, just noticing your eyes. And that's all you got to do. Just notice your eyes. And you might begin to notice that, the tiny muscles around the eyes. There's hundreds of tiny little micro muscles all around the eyes, throughout the eyelids. And maybe just notice them just beginning to become very loose and limp and relaxed and rested. That's right. We're at the end of their day here for many of us. And so just notice how nice it is to give your eyes a little bit of a rest, just a little break. let them be closed. Enjoy that sensation of just your eyelids becoming very loose, limp, rested, and heavy. And then just simply allow that feeling of relaxation all around your eyes to just begin to spread up over your forehead, touching up over your forehead and moving through all the muscles in your forehead, smoothing, releasing. And allow that relaxing energy to flow up over the top of your head, down the back of your skull, down the base of your skull and the base of your brain, the sleep center of your brain. And maybe imagine or even experience sensations of relaxing, healing energy just flooding your brain now, flooding every single brain cell. And as you recognize and remember that your brain is really, it's in communication with and in control of every cell of your body, every organ of your body, just imagine it now sending messages of relaxation and peace and ease to every cell. As that relaxing, healing energy then begins to just flow all around your face, all around your cheeks and your jaw, all around your nose, your lips. That's right. Relaxing the muscles in your jaw so that, maybe even your jaw muscle, your jaw just kind of droops a little bit, and that's fine. As that relaxing, healing energy flows down your neck, down into your shoulders now. Maybe noticing your shoulders just dropping on each exhale, letting go a little bit more. As you just allow that relaxing, healing energy to flow down into your arms, into your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, into your hands, all the way out to the tips of your fingers. And just simply allow that relaxing, healing energy to continue to move down through your back now, radiating out from your spine, vertebrae from vertebrae. Relaxing, healing energy flowing all around your heart, all around your lungs. And just appreciating your heart and your lungs for a moment, and maybe even smiling inwardly with an inward smile of friendliness and gratitude, appreciating all that your heart does for you, all that your lungs do for you, just naturally and effortlessly, unconditionally supporting your life. And as you begin to appreciate that innate goodness of your body, smiling down into your body, allow that relaxing, healing energy like a gift to just continue to flow down through all of your internal organs, bathing your internal organs in relaxation. Can even send thoughts of healing energy, and imagine, if you like, light flowing all throughout all of your internal organs, your heart, your lungs, your stomach, your liver, your kidneys, spleen, intestines, just purifying, cleansing, healing, and balancing. As that relaxing, healing energy moves down through your hips, down into your legs, relaxing the muscles in your thighs, down into your knees, your calves, your shins, and into your ankles, down into your feet now, and all the way out to the tips of your toes. Now you can bring your attention to your whole body, just relaxing, healing energy, imagining it flowing from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes. Just cascading like a waterfall from the top of your head down to the tips of your toes. Just going a little bit deeper with each breath, deeper and deeper down. Getting in touch with and learning to trust that deeper, wiser part of your being. We can call the subconscious mind. Allowing your subconscious mind now to align all of your energies, all of your power, all of your intention towards meeting the true needs of your pure being for your highest benefit and the highest benefit of all beings. And it doesn't matter if you don't know what that means, and it doesn't matter if you don't know what your highest benefit is now. Just trust and allow your subconscious mind to align all of your energies, your power, and intentions towards meeting your true needs and achieving your highest benefit. That's right. And go ahead now and bring to mind, just gently to mind, the goal that you want to achieve. It might be in the words that you wrote down earlier. If you didn't, just, whatever you thought, whatever resonated for you as the goal that you want to achieve, bring it to mind now. And imagine yourself walking upright, at ease, along a winding path. And at the end of this path, there's a tall hill. And you can see the hill in the distance. And know that at the top of this hill is a representation, a symbol of your goal, of that which you truly want to achieve with your whole heart and soul. Feel the pull of that. You may even get a picture in your mind's eye of what that symbol might be, what that appearance, what that shape may be. And it could be anything at all in the universe. It could be a person or an object or an animal, a statue, a ball of light. Simply feel that connection to that object, to that symbol at the top of that hill, seeing it there in the distance, and allow yourself to begin to feel that pull towards that goal, towards achieving and reaching your heartfelt goal. And begin now to take those first steps down that path. At first, looking down at your feet and seeing your feet connected to the ground and taking those first steps. Step by step, moving a little closer and a little closer to the hill. And as you continue to walk down this path, being drawn by that symbol of your achieving your goal at the top of that hill, shining there like a beacon, begin to look to the left, to the right. As you look to the left and the right, you may begin to see all the various distractions. All those things in your life that demand your attention. The people, responsibilities, fleeting desires, wants. And you may be able to see them clearly because you know what those distractions are better than anyone. And simply notice them now. Simply notice them there, trying to get your attention, trying to beckon you off the path. And you can just simply smile. A smile of affection, kindness, as you simply hold your resolve to continue to move along that path. Even as all those distractions on the left and on the right, clamoring for your attention, you simply notice them and continue to walk along the path. And as you look up, the hill is getting closer and closer. And even though the path is starting to wind up now, winding up the hill, you find it's becoming easier and easier now to ignore those distractions. To continue to put one foot in front of the other as you begin to walk up the hill now. Feeling that connection and that magnetic draw to your goal, the symbol of your goal at the top of the hill, almost pulling you now, pulling you forward from your heart, step by step, joyfully, truly enjoying this journey as you continue to wind up the hill, halfway up there now. Moving closer and closer with each step. And you can see now the symbol, the object of your desire, getting closer now. Winding up the hill, almost to the top now. So close that it's now a certainty that you are achieving your goal now. And as you step now onto the top of the hill, just coming face to face now with that object, that symbol of the achievement of your goal, notice how feelings of accomplishment, healthy pride, happiness, satisfaction begin to radiate from your heart throughout your whole being now, radiating out like a brilliant white golden light from your heart, shining into every cell of your body. And before you take the final step, just look back, look behind you now, down that path, down the hill, all the way to the beginning of the path where you started. Seeing the journey that you have taken. Seeing all the steps that you took. All the distractions that you successfully avoided. Staying true to the path, true to yourself. And now step into that symbol as if you could actually step into and embody it now. And as you step into it, it just sort of melts into your heart, merging with you, integrating with your deepest being. And that accomplishment, that sense of healthy pride and joy radiates from your heart. Filling every part of your being now. That's right. Very good. And now just simply allow this whole experience, all the learnings that you've gained here, all the insights, to just all melt right into your heart, right into that golden white light at the center of your being. Allow that light now to be sent out in a beam of light into your past. Carrying with it into your past to each previous version of yourself, all these learnings, this new experience, changing your relationship to your past in such a way that you're no longer limited in harmful ways. And in the same way, and Ask your subconscious mind to do this if you don't know how now, and just send that light into your future now. From this moment forward, step by step, day by day, all these learnings that you've gained here are available to you now as new resources, insights, skills, understandings, tools for achieving the goals that meet your true needs, that accomplish your highest benefit, the highest benefit of all beings. Send all that into your future now. That's right. Now simply allow this whole experience to just past, present, and future, just to simply dissolve, resting there for a moment. Very good. Now in a moment, not just yet, but in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. And when I reach the number 5, you'll open your eyes, coming back to normal waking consciousness, feeling refreshed, feeling wonderful in every way as all these learnings of this whole experience just integrate deeply into your being, just melting into your subconscious mind, just like snowflakes dissolving into a pool of water. Number 1, starting to come back. Number 2, that's right, easily coming back. Number 3, go ahead and wiggle your toes. And as you do, just coming back into your body, back into the present moment, as all these learnings continue to dissolve deep into your being, into your subconscious mind. Number 4, take a nice deep breath of wakeful energy, filling your lungs, balancing your energies. As number 5, open your eyes all the way back, wide awake, feeling wonderful in every way. Wonderful, very good. Excellent. And as you all kind of acclimate and just come back, feel free to share what your experience was there. How was that for you? Even in a word or two. Thanks, Mary. Yeah, I'm glad it was inspiring for you. Very good.
I think I fell asleep.
No worries. No worries. Some part was listening. So, so that's good. So a lot of that positive stuff can still come through.
I just took my video off. I didn't want to be seen.
Yeah, fine.
I had many things that I wanted to have as my goal, and then relationship came up really strong.
Yeah.
And that was something that wasn't huge for me.
Okay.
So, which is good. It's a good thing because it surprised me.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So it was really good. Thank you.
Excellent. Yeah. And Ellie, not sure. I tried my best, and yeah, that's great. I mean, this is the wonderful thing about hypnosis and what we're doing here is that it's a learning experience. It's a skill that we learn how to do better and better each time we do it. And it's not something that we just have to do once and then say like, oh, well, I didn't get it or something like that. No, we can just continue to do these practices, these kinds of things. And yes, our minds will learn to cultivate a new groove, or wear a new groove. We can learn, we can learn how to do new things. That's what we're built for. That's what the essence of who we are as human beings. We're constantly learning. So it's a wonderful thing. Keep on not trying. Don't try. Just do it, and just do the best you can, like you said. And I had a gray wolf, and you mentioned the animal. Cool. Nice. Yeah, those sorts of things will come up very naturally and spontaneously. And Pamela, like you were saying, that sort of that the goal for you just kind of came up. We trust the experience, and we might have a very specific idea of what it is that we want to accomplish in any given session. Even though I said be specific and concrete, but at the end of the day, we want to trust our subconscious mind, trust that intuition, trust that part of ourselves that maybe is a little bit wiser, has a little bit more perspective than our normal sort of conscious way of being. So, and some days it's easier than others. Yeah, that's right. So absolutely, easier and easier, day by day. Well, very good. Well, does anybody else have anything they want to share, or any questions about anything that we kind of talked about tonight? And again, I see some folks dropping some emails here, and I'll definitely, if you're not already on my email list, put you on there. You can, of course, always drop off anytime you want. But I'm really just sharing when I'm doing things like this, and little videos and tips and tricks and things like that. Is there a recommended time in the day to perform, morning or evening? That's totally up to you. Whatever works best for you. It doesn't really matter, per se. But if you're more of a morning person, then yeah, it's going to be really good for you to do it in the morning. If you're someone like me, for example, I like to do a lot of things in the morning that are creative and sort of goal oriented. And then at night, I'll do some hypnosis at night too as well, as I'm going to sleep. But yeah, it just depends on your what works for you. So Mary, thank you so much.
Oh, there we are.
Cool. Excellent. Well, thanks everybody for being here. Yeah, and I've got emails here. I will send a copy of this off. It takes a little bit of time for the video to what's it called? Some technical thing. But tomorrow in the morning, I'll get this sent off to you all. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks again, Chris.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. And yeah, coming up here, we've got a bunch of things coming up at the Hypnosis Learning Center. I'm going to be doing stuff on imposter syndrome in the near future. Got a stop smoking, kind of like how does hypnosis work for smoking, little mini webinar on Saturday, and just a bunch of things. So keep your eyes open. I've got a whole calendar actually of things kind of planned out for this year. So we'll just continue to do these little get-togethers, and I really appreciate you all being here. So thanks everybody.
Thank you so much, Chris.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, thanks, Eric.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you.